Sam Schiffman for the Lobby Observer, here with Jared Franciose. We're going to be going over Week 15 NFL picks. So Thursday we got Chargers versus the Raiders. What are your thoughts on that game?
I mean, honestly, if we're speaking from the heart here, I just feel like both teams are not really super interesting when it comes to like playoff implications and everything. I mean, the Raiders have definitely been heating up, but the Chargers have been underwhelming ever since they lost Phillip Rivers. So I feel like this game is just like, it could go either way. I feel like the Raiders have shown some glimpses of of their ability to compete against better teams this year, but at the same time, they almost lost to the Jets. So
what's your pick?
I'm gonna go Raiders. I just feel like maybe Derek Carr can just have a great game.
Bold pick. Personally, I'm going to go with the Charger. I think their offense is good. They got Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. Herbert's been balling out this year. I think they'll take that one. Next up, we got the Bills against the Broncos. I mean, pretty obvious game here, going with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the upset. I'm going to go Broncos.
Wow, that's a
We'll have to
pick.
see. I mean, in a season of everything being undecided, I feel like this could just be one of those games that everybody's just like, wow, what just happened? And then something crazy would happen.
Next, we got Carolina against your Packers. Packers are taking this one. Oh, these games are on Saturday, by the way. Saturday football. Who doesn't love it? You gotta love it.
That's true.
You gotta love Saturday football.
Come on. Aaron Rodgers, having an absolutely perfect season this year, has broken NFL record for 39 touchdowns with less than 5 interceptions in a season. That is just absolutely astronomical for a player of his standards. 37 years old. He's still out there. He's contributing to his team. MVP season. Patrick Mahomes can't take that from him. He's the best quarterback in the league, probably the best player in the league, undecided. It's completely absurd how good he's playing.
All right, now that you're done with your Aaron Rodgers MVP proposal, next we got our Sunday games. We got the Pats against the Dolphins. As much as I love the Pats, they suck. I mean, Cam Newton sucks. He can't throw the football. Miami's been playing good defense. I think Flores will beat Belichick in this one. Honestly, if you're the Pats, you start Stidham at this point. Like, why not?
All I can say is about Cam Newton is just what happened. I mean, he won MVP a couple years ago, which is like, yeah, guys can fall off after that. But then I believe on week 2, he threw for an absolutely absurd number of yards.
He was in the MVP conversation the first few weeks.
He was a machine. But then he came out, and he's been like one of the worst producing quarterbacks I've seen. He got COVID. But it seems like he's just more of a liability than his team to anything. I mean, when they crushed the Chargers, he threw for less than 100 yards. That's absurd. A quarterback of that standard who used to win MVP should be producing at a much higher level than that. I think that they might have to make a choice in the draft to see if they can actually figure out the franchise guy that Belichick desperately needs right now.
Personally, I would love to draft Zach Wilson or Kyle Trask, so we'll see what happens. Next, we got Houston versus the Colts. Houston's defense sucks. They just gave 35 points to the Bears, and the Bears have the worst offense in the league. So Colts are winning that game easy.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like the Colts have actually shown a lot of skill this year. I mean, they beat my Packers. A little bit disappointing game. Alan Lazard fumbled that ball, but that was a couple weeks ago. I just feel like they're doing pretty good for what people originally thought going into the season. I think this is their game to win.
Next, we got Detroit against Tennessee. Derrick Henry, what else needs to be said? Tennessee's going to win that game.
That's true. It's like a reoccurring theme. Anytime you're going against Derrick Henry,
you're going to lose.
It's tough, yeah.
Can't beat him. Most dominant player in the NFL. Next, we got Tampa Bay.
Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Next, we got Tampa Bay against Atlanta. Tampa Bay is not all that. Atlanta wins this game. Easy as that.
That's a hot take. I mean,
say what you want, but I don't think Tampa Bay's good.
The Bucs have been rolling lately. I mean,
have they though?
They've been doing a lot better than what was originally. They were way overhyped in the beginning of the year. I mean, Tom Brady, I still don't think he's that guy. I think he's just he's a one-trick pony that doesn't have a lot of stuff to offer. I mean, can he scramble? No. How much does he throw the deep ball? Not a lot. He's a check-down guy at best. So, I mean, if you're really looking for that future talent, I mean, he's going to be gone in a couple of years. But their team's been clicking. I mean, they got a lot of weapons on offense, decent amount. Defense is pretty good too. So, I think they're taking this one.
Next, we have Chicago against Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, what else needs to be said? Second best running back in the league.
Absolute
I think
machine.
they'll take it. Also, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. I mean, two great wide receivers.
Just imagine if they still had Stephon Diggs. That would be a sight
crazy.
to behold.
Next, we have Seattle against Washington. Seattle's bad. Seattle's a bad team. Washington has won 4 straight. Chase Young, just an absolute animal.
Machine.
Washington's going to win, and hot take, you ready for it? Washington is going to the NFC Championship.
That's a hot take. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but I'm pretty sure Chase Young last game had a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble return touchdown.
He was playing crazy.
I mean, those types of numbers as a guy that young, the sky's the limit for this kid. I mean,
Also, their offense isn't bad. I mean, their running backs are good. They got scary Terry McLaurin.
everybody.
They're kind of being slept on.
It's
right
always
now.
the same
I like them
thing.
a lot.
Beginning of the year, everybody's like, "Oh, Russell Wilson MVP, Russell Wilson MVP," and then he just cools down. They're not taking this one. I mean, if Chase Young can produce, then that defense can produce. So we'll have to see.
Washington's sneaky good. I think they can make it to the NFC Championship. Next, we have San Francisco against Dallas. Dallas is garbage.
Irrelevant
garbage.
game.
Yeah,
Irrelevant game
I
of the
don't care
week
about this
choice. I
game.
mean, come on
yeah,
now.
49ers will win, though. Next, we got the Jets against the Rams. I mean, shouldn't even have to talk about this game. The Rams are actually 17-point favorites. Pretty crazy. You don't see that a lot, but they'll easily win that. Next, we got the Eagles against the Cardinals. Jalen Hurts comes in. I mean,
Shocks the world, may I
No,
say.
he didn't shock the world.
Shocks
because
the world.
Everyone knew Carson Wentz was not that. Carson Wentz sucks. And I don't know why the Eagles didn't put Hurts in earlier. You know what's a crazy stat? Doug Peterson is 10-2 when Carson Wentz doesn't start.
Didn't Carson Wentz win a Super Bowl? And I believe,
No, Nick Foles
or not a
won it.
Super Bowl, MVP in like 2016.
No, he didn't win
He didn't win MVP. He was
was,
producing, then he tore his
He was a
ACL.
candidate, but in 17, but Brady won that year.
Yeah, I mean, overrated player. But
Next, we got Kansas City against the Saints. Great game. Kansas City's going to win, though. Saints just lost to the Eagles. I mean, their offense didn't look good. Taysom Hill had some struggles throwing the ball. I feel like after a couple weeks, you can kind of know what the Saints are going to do on offense. It's just a read option every time.
yeah.
Pretty easy to defend.
I feel like it's just a matter of time. We have to see what Drew Brees can do once he comes off an injury. I mean, that team, I would say, needs Drew Brees if they want to like really compete in the playoffs. So this could be a high implications game just to see what could be in the future for the Saints, just in case Drew Brees is not himself when he comes back.
Might be an early Super Bowl matchup there.
Besides the Packers.
Saints Chiefs, maybe the Packers, never know. Next, we have Cleveland against the Giants. I mean, Cleveland kind of looking good. Their defense is garbage, though. Giants don't have a good offense. Cleveland will win that one.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention this point. One of the most absurd roughing the passer calls I have seen all year. Matthew Judon tackling Baker Mayfield. Absolutely absurd. Didn't lead with the helmet. I mean, I feel like that team gets a lot, the Browns. I mean, people almost feel bad for them because they were so bad for so long. I just don't think they're going to really be able to compete when it comes to the playoffs, but I still think they're taking this game.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Browns will have a losing record next season. I think this is a mishap. They have not played good teams. They have a good offense, but, like, their defense, I mean, look what the Ravens did to them. Next, we have Pittsburgh against the Bengals. Bengals are winning this game. Pittsburgh sucks. Pittsburgh is so bad, and it would just make so much sense if they lost to the Bengals.
Dare
it would just
I
be
say,
so funny.
I believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers might be the most overrated team in all of NFL history.
Big Ben's awful.
They
Big
are
Ben is
terrible.
so bad.
We're
Dude, their
talking-
receivers can't catch a ball.
If you look at the
bad.
teams that they've played, you can go, oh, they played the Ravens. Look at who they played. Lamar wasn't even the quarterback, and you want to say you played the Ravens? If Lamar isn't the quarterback, you didn't play the Ravens right now.
Okay, Lamar's a running back.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Sam.
He-
Lamar's an impact player
He's-
that
yes,
just changes
he's
that
a great
offense
player.
completely.
Steelers suck. Steelers are bad.
They probably would have lost that
Their
game
wide
if Lamar was
receivers
playing.
can't catch a ball. Deontay Johnson had like 6 drop passes last game.
Maybe they proved me wrong, but I just think they are
Garbage.
the most
Garbage.
overrated team in
Of all
NFL
time.
history.
Of all time. Well, that's it for our episode today.
And
We'll see how these picks turn out. Maybe we'll see some upsets.
a lot of hot takes this year.
Keep your eye
Super
on
Bowl-
Washington. Washington is good.
Super
They're a
Bowl,
good team.
yeah, Super Bowl guest right here. State Farm, Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. Who's taking it? The old man or the